She was not soft-spoken. She was not humble. She didn't ask. She told. It just blew people's minds. Who is this woman sounding like this? Who does she think she is?
Daisy Bates was willing to suffer the consequences of her action. And when you've been at war, you know that there's a price. She was the one soldier that was willing to put her life on the battlefield for those children.
We will walk until we are free, until we can walk to any school and take our children to any school in the United States.
Being a hero is a tricky business. So much to live up to. This is Mrs. Bates 6 years after leading the fight in Little Rock. The civil rights movement is near its climax, but Daisy Bates's moment had already passed.
We will kneel in and we will lie in if necessary until every Negro in America can vote. This we pledge to the women of America.
I feel fortunate to have been able to see a film that was so well researched and utilized some living people that remembered her, and great footage that's of the time and her as a young woman, and so I really think it's an important historical documentary. She should be an early hero of the women's liberation movement, but of course she's unknown, but it was people like her that made that movement happen and kicked open those doors. It was not popular in any community what she was doing, but she thought it was right, and it just shows the power of a person who sticks with their convictions. What I really think about in terms of me in this is that I am the beneficiary of Daisy Bates, even though not in a racial way, in a gender way.
I definitely took heed of, this notion of feminism, and even though, she didn't call herself that, it would have been very odd for people to even use that word. They said that she was associated with suffragettes, and just, that just the role she took in the civil rights movement was a strike against gender inequality, and so I thought that that was really cool. You don't learn about feminism or a black womanist or feminist until the 70s and 80s, and to know that a woman was taking initiative, to know that this woman in the front, she was a front runner, she was a pioneer. She wasn't just an activist, she wasn't just this woman who had taken these children under her wing. She was acting as a mentor and a nurturer for these 9 young minds who were embarking on something way bigger than themselves. My takeaway is just, I'm going to show this to other people and I'm going to share this with other people. Yeah.
I was very happy to see so much detail because I vaguely remember this as a child, as I was a child. So I was happy to fill in a lot of the blanks, and it astounded me that we never heard this woman's name. Who is Daisy Bates? I certainly would not have involved myself in that much risk. She risked her own safety, her husband's, the safety of the children, really. So she truly was a pioneer. I can't say that I would have done that, and I certainly have a lot of admiration for her. And without that kind of activity in our history, we would not be making any progress.